Investing.
Investing.
Investing. Educating.
Educating.
Educating. Freedom.
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 Thriving.
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 Empowering.
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 Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Appreciate you guys for tuning in yet again to another episode of what we have going on here at coachesforfreedom.org. If this is your first time, appreciate you for tuning in. This is Sunday, our Market Watch Sundays, where we go over the stock market and teach you guys exactly what we're going to be looking at for the week when it comes to the stock market and how to chart those stocks so you know what to look for. Once again, if this is your first time joining us, we do this every Sunday at 8 p.m. If you do visit coachesforfreedom.org, you can register there to stay updated with what we have going on, as well as we teach you guys more information Sunday through Thursday. So tomorrow is our roundtable where entrepreneurs and business owners come together at 8 p.m. and we share business ideas and use each other as referrals so we can do more business with each other. On Tuesdays is our Topic Tuesdays, and this week we actually have a special guest, Kat, who will be teaching us how to start planning from scratch in your home. So every Tuesday, we will be teaching you guys different topics that will help you in life and business, whether it's real estate, taxes, marketing, you name it, we talk about it. Wednesdays is our Wealth Health Wednesdays. You know, we want you guys to make $1 million. In order to make it, you need to mentally be able to receive it, as well as we want you to live and enjoy it. So we give you guys different tips and techniques to make sure you can be successful in doing that on Wednesdays. And on Thursdays is our Topic Thursdays, where we actually show you guys the tools and go over techniques that we utilize. Tech Thursdays are the tools and techniques that we utilize to make sure our business can operate through automation, which is where the real money is made. But we're here for Sunday, and this is our Market Watch Sundays. So I use TradingView to mark up my charts. You guys are more than welcome to utilize TradingView. It is a free platform, so you don't have to pay for it. You can pay for it. You can pay for it if you really want to get into charting. And this is where we left off at last week. I don't know if you guys remember that I told you, if you're new to the market, just get Vanguard's index fund, the S&P 500, and they're professionals. As you can see, they got out of the hole from COVID and they're still climbing up. And that could be your first way of investing without knowing how to invest, right? So now you're essentially generating income and you're letting them do it for you, and they have some pretty damn good returns. And I showed you guys how we look over the past years and broke it down so you could actually see what they've been performing, so you have an idea of what the stock would do, in a amount of time, not like everything right now, which is, you guys, we definitely can't be expecting for these stocks to be in our favor like right now. So you have to be able to look for the long haul when it comes to investing. And that's what we're doing right here. But let's take a look at some other stocks. Tesla, the reason why I wanted you guys to look at Tesla again, as you guys know, the shuttle, okay, is coming back for a successful mission. And I told you guys to buy it before they took off, as well as I want to look at, when they land again. And what did I tell you guys? Tesla would be coming back down just to go back up. So here is a trend line. Like Tesla would probably be good to get in tomorrow. As you can see, there is a resistance, support, and resistance. Do you see this line right here? Right? It was resistance right here, okay, as price was coming up. But now that price has crossed the resistance line, like it hit this line multiple times, like that's a great resistance. But once it broke through, as you can see, it became support. It can't break it. Price is right back at its support for Tesla. Now, let me make a disclaimer. I'm not a professional right now before y'all try to tell me I told y'all to do whatever. But I am telling you right now from looking at the chart, not having emotions when it comes to investing, which I don't. Tesla's at a mark, was coming up on a mark at 141, at 14, 13, 21, to get into for a buy. And you can expect it. The first level that I would be looking for it to come up to, if I was trading, is 15, 23 in that area, maybe down a little bit right here at 15, 15. All right, so if you could get in at 14, 14, 13, you could get out at 15, 13. Hope y'all with me on that. That's $100 increase. You could also buy in here and make yourself $100. But Tesla will come back up, to the 1700 area where it was. So you're here. We're gonna ride this wave, letting it get back up. But remember, you have to keep buying in. So this is a level that I would buy in at. All right. If it came down again, this would be another level that I would buy in at. And then after that, I would be using my my trend line. All right. So once again, Tesla, I will be looking to buy more of that tomorrow. Let's see. Let's go to the next stock. Amazon. All right, Amazon. All right, as it stated, this is doing the same thing. It came down pretty much to where I told you guys it would come down to. This was the downswing, okay? To come back up, to come back down, to go back up, probably to come back down here, only to go back up, okay? So we'll be still looking at Amazon. If you guys got into it, when it dropped back down here, just hold on. So you can get out some of it, but I wouldn't get out of all of your profit up here because Amazon's going to keep going. All right. And we'll look at this other one. So we'll keep that chart the same, not expecting that to change. The other one that I want to look at is Apple. I don't know if you guys know that they made a split in their dividends. So good thing for people that already had it. I don't really know as far as getting in it now. As you can see, the price started to shoot up again because once again they did that split. All right, but understand, you don't want to get into a stock when it's shooting up like this. What goes up must come down. Just trust me. It will never stay up like that. Now, the thing is, you want to know and prepare yourself for when it does come back down, then that's when you get in. But you have to mark your charts up so you can see it. If not, like I promise you, you'll be doing this blindly. And that ain't what you want to do. So you take your charts, and you mark them up, years out so you can see the data. Understand that everything is data, whether it's business or investing. You got to utilize the data to do it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Hope you guys got into that Bitcoin. I told you guys to get out of 12,000. Hopefully you did. If you didn't, I'm sorry. It's not my chart. I'm trying to find my chart that I already drew on. I don't think it was this one. There we go. All right, so this was my chart. As you guys can see, some people would say that news or whatever, but I'm an analytic person, right? I don't be having time for news. Bitcoin hit a resistance area down here, okay? And I told you guys to get in every time Bitcoin comes down to this area to buy in again. If you guys didn't buy in again at 9,200 or that frame, like you missed out on some money. The new area, okay, that it's looking like for Bitcoin to keep coming down to is this 10,000 range. If it gets down to this 10,100 range, that is where you want to get in at. It's sitting right there for you to make the cheese and get out at 12. What did I tell you? Get out at 12. Now, this one ain't all, it got up to 12 today, but this one ain't reading all the way. All right. But 12,000 will be where I be getting out. And I keep getting in at the 10,100 range and getting out at 12. I did this today. Okay. I told you less than 24 hours. I made a nice chunk of change in less than 24 hours by waiting for price to come back down to the 10, getting in and getting out at 12. Not being greedy. All because the chart tells me to do it. Like, I'm not making this shit up. I'm just reading data. Data's telling me what to do, not my emotions. All right? Because if emotions told me what to do, I try to hang on to the goddamn Bitcoin for the rest of my life because I think it's going to go up to like $50,000 a share, right? That ain't what you want to do. That ain't what we going to teach you how to do out here. You understand? All right, so let me see. The airlines, we've been looking at airlines. Let's go back to United. All right, as I showed you guys before, hold on. We always need to look back on the data. Look back on the data to see what the airline industry is doing. Right. And I also told you guys don't buy airline right now if you're looking for a quick return, because when we look back on data, it said that the airline industry takes about 3 years to get out of this. Now, you see up here is when all of these people bought in from social media talking about get airline stocks. And, I tried my hardest to advise you guys that ain't the smart thing to do because the airline industry hasn't quite figured out yet what's going on with COVID. Don't buy it yet. And it's once again still riding this trend line. Like, will it go up? Yeah, but data says that the airline industry is going to take 2 to 3 years to get out of this slump, to get back up to here. So if you are going to invest in the airline industry, you need to be expecting 2 to 3 years to get out of this slump. And as you can see, it's actually at a support line right now. So you could make some change right now if you bought in. But I'm not getting into airline right now. It's just not in my portfolio to mess with the airline or the cruise industry. But I know some of you guys are in it, so I want to make sure you guys are understanding what's going on. Now, we only need to look at one airline to understand that they're all going to be moving the same way. So what one's doing, all of them are doing it. So I don't really need to go over multiple airlines. Now we'll go over and look at the cruise line. It's going to be doing just like the airline. All right. As you can see, the cruise line actually looks like, go to the hour view, the day. So it broke through the trend line, but I want to see what it opens up to tomorrow to see if it opens up above this trend line or is it going to stay below this trend line, because it could drop further. But so I need to see this to see if it's not going to respect this trend line anymore. But it's doing the same thing the airline industry is doing. Things don't change. You dig? All right. Let's look at oil. And I'll tell you, this is one that I've been investing in. I'm waiting for it. I don't know when it's going to take off, but it will take off again. People, we need the airlines and all that to fire back up. But as you can see, it's still been, it went back under this resistance, which was kind of a faint resistance, all right, because it's trying to come back up. So we're really paying attention to this support line right here. So if you were to get into oil, I want to wait for this and this is the crude oil, but I would want to wait for this to get back down to $38 before I got into it. And remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't invest in all trades at one time. So for instance, if you had $1,000 that you wanted to invest, right, you need to break that up to invest over the next week. Okay, like, or the next month. Like, don't buy all the stock today because it's going to keep going up and down. So let's say if you bought in here at $40 today, and by next Friday, price went down to 32.50. So let me draw you guys some lines so you can see it. All right, that's not a good color. Let's do this brown. So let's say you bought in there at $40. All right, the price of the stock came down to 32.50 next Friday. This is the next time that you looked at it and you're like, oh my God, it dropped down. Like, don't panic. What you do is you buy in again. And I know you're probably like, Travis, why the hell would I buy in again to a losing stock? Well, this is how you can make sure that you get your money back so you don't lose. Because if you put all your eggs in the basket up here at 40, you need price to come back up to 40 just to break even. Where opposed as if you only put $200 into it that last week because you was expecting to get 200 again the next week, all right, and you bought in here at 30, let's just say it's 30 because I want to make it easier numbers. All right, so you bought in here again at 30. Now you only need price to make it to $35 to break even, opposed to coming all the way back up to 40. I hope y'all with me and understand what's going on right there. So now you're like, well, Travis, well, what if I buy in at 30 and it keeps going down again? Well, when would be the next area? Like right here, all right? So let's for easier figures, let's say that that's 20. Well, guess what you do? You buy in again. Now you're probably like, well, damn, Travis, if I buy in again, um, you know, now I'm really in the hole. Well, no. Now you need to take the rest of the $1,000. So you're 400 in right now. Now you need to, because data's telling us like this should be like a limit, and you had $1,000 worth of investing. You need to take the rest of the money and put it right here. And the reason why is because you're doubling the money that you had in right here, because now all you're going to need is price to come right back to here to break even. So now, because you flowed your money like this, price comes right back to here, you break even. All right. So you broke even right here at yellow because you did this strategy that I just told you. You didn't over leverage in the beginning. You saved your money because you knew this might happen. You break even here, and all of a sudden price goes back to where it was. And see, you didn't have the initial investment right here. You have the full $1,000 from this point right here, opposed to being all up here. So now the full $1,000 broke even at 25. Now you get to ride $25 up to 40. So that's how much the stock now costs you, $25, opposed to costing you anything else, because you broke it up, right? You did this cost averaging thing out that I told you. And now you start investing. You start playing this investment game the smart way. But if you don't have your money budgeted and you're not staying disciplined, it makes this shit hard. Do not listen to those Instagram people that's telling you to buy stock and X, Y, and Z. It's all about budgeting. Like, you have to budget your money out in order to do this. The people who are losing in stocks all put their money in right here. Or they try to buy more again right here, and they panic and sell right here. When I told you, just budget your money out every month. Buy more every month. You got $1,000, diversify it. Like, you got $1,000 in profit coming in every month. Well, diversify it across multiple investments. So next month when it comes, you look at your $1,000 again. If this one's doing real bad, like, don't invest as much in that one, but get more. Get maybe like 10% instead of 30%. All right. Hope y'all with me. Now, let's see. What is another one that we could take a look at? This is another stock that I got PIN. All right. This is a sports gambling company. I actually got in right here at 28. This is another level that you could probably get in at. Let's look at what it's been doing on an hour. All right, but I'm definitely expecting it to keep rising once more states approve gambling. I would highly advise you to look into that. But what is it at? It's at a resistance line. Like, it's looking like a good place to buy in. All I'm doing is looking at data, nothing else, no emotion behind it. If I was to, buy and trade, but all of my investments right now are for the long haul. So maybe once a month, I would go look to reallocate my portfolio. So if I'm getting in here, I'm setting triggers up to get in and out all the time, because I set my price points. So I'm going to show you guys how to mark up a chart real quick, and then we will be done. So let me find a stock. I don't know, does anybody have a stock that they want me to look at? You can type it in the comments if you want me to. I'll take a look at it for you. and show you how I would mark it up if that was my stock. But if not, then I'll think about, let me think of a hot stock. Let's look at Nike. I don't know. I think people like Nike. And I guess, well, I do have Nike, so I would imagine that I have a chart on it. All right, so let's take a look at Nike. So if, or better yet, what's one that you guys are trying to think of, one that they got all over the internet? We'll do the airlines. What is Southwest on here? Seems like a pretty cheap airline. I wouldn't get it, but all right. So let's take a look at Southwest. All right. So where do we start with the chart? Well, one, these are the views. Right. I always look at my day view, and I'm trying to get as much of the candles that I can in the screen before it starts looking retarded. And I use Fibonacci. Now, I can't remember what every number on the Fibonacci means, but it's a mathematical equation. That's all I needed to hear, and I utilize it. So I draw it from the lowest point the stock has gotten to all the way up to the top on the day view. Then I come down to the 4-hour view, and I'm doing the same thing. All right, getting as much in the screen as I can. Going back to my Fibonacci, the lowest point, which is right there. All right, starting my fib, and I'm drawing it up to the highest point. It's right there. Changing the color so I know which one I'm looking at. After that, I am going back to my day view. Well, we can do a week to get a little more. All right, and I want to see what the hell has been going on with this stock. Now, this is a stock that I really want to get, right? By the way, if you guys are getting any information out of this, please like it, share it, comment on it. Help a brother out with some algorithm. But now I want to go back from 10 years. So where are we at? We at 2020. So I need to see 2010. And we're going from today. So what is this, August 1st or something? So I want to go to August, and I can get like August 2nd. So that's 10 years away. And then I want to do this again. So what was going on in 2000? August 2000. All right, July 31st is cool. Then I want to do it again. And I want to know what was going on August 90. Now y'all want to know how to get out of this pandemic alive. Just see what the hell they've been doing before. Now, if you were smart, you would like research pandemics, something that impacted the auto industry during these years. I guarantee in 2008, something bad happened to the something bad happened and forced the airline industry to not be able to fly these planes. All right. And then I'm looking, okay, well, if that's a data point, I need to mark it. Okay. So I want to recolor this. And this is a research that I need to do around September 2008. What the hell was going on September 2008? Because something was happening. And I promise you it impacted the airline industry real bad. So now I'm saying, well, when the hell did the airline industry bounce back out of this? Well, it looked like they bounced back about right around here, 2013. Well, I got two great data points. I mean, you could say that they started to bounce back at, in 2012, November, but this is like this top point right here, okay? It dropped down again, so it was still choppy. They was going through some things, but I guarantee if you go look in September 13, you know, October 13, they figured it out. All right. So now I'm like, okay, well, during crises, if we look 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's a 5-year average right now that it takes for them to get out of tough situations. So let me figure this out again. When the hell did they have another situation going on? It looked like it got choppy around here. All right. Again, in 2015. All right, something was going on in 2015. I don't know what it was, but something was happening. You need to do your research. Then how long did it take for them to get out of that? Well, it looks like they got out of it about right around here. Or I guess we could say here is when they start really going up. So it took them a little, we'll say 2 years. Okay, so it took them 2 years to get out of this. So I got 5 and 2. All right, what's that? 7. You divide 7 by 2. What's that? 2, 4, 6. That's 3. So a little over 3 years. So now my average of crisis for the airline industry is 3 years that they've taken to get out of trouble. If I'm investing in the airline industry, I'm predicting a little over 3.5 years to get out of trouble so far. Well, hell, if I'm looking right here, like if you're going to go get in the airline industry, well, we know when crisis happen, right? Right over here in 2020. So just with prediction for 3 years, I'm looking right here before I can get out of this slump. So if you were to invest in the airline industry, you need to be looking to hold on to this bad boy for about 3 more years, 3.5 years. I'm not the goddamn expert. I'm not telling you I am, but I am telling you that I do run business off data. I do investing off data, and data tells me what to do, not emotions. I don't have no emotions behind what I do, just data. Now, where do I buy in at is probably what you're asking. Okay, well, we're in this bubble. Well, I'm looking at my resistance line. I mean, my support and resistance line. I wouldn't get into this Southwest Airlines until it got back down to 27.48. Here's the beauty about this. If you don't get into it, guess what? You don't lose any money. Like, if price doesn't get back down to where you wanted to get into before you invested, you just didn't lose any money. Congratulations. But don't chase a stock. If you chase stocks, you lose money. Find the data to let data tell you when to enter. If you miss it, you just missed it. That's why you diversify. Okay, so you can go find another stock that is at a data point that tells you when to get in so you can get in that stock and ride it away. But do not just get into shit because somebody on Instagram made a very good post, all right, and it tells you what to do. Are y'all with me? I hope so. So then I'm literally, as I'm marking up my charts across different verticals, right? So if I'm in the transportation vertical, maybe I want 3 stocks in transportation. Southwest is one of them, or, well, that's what I'm going with. I'm not looking at other stocks. I'm going to learn Southwest like the back of my hand, right? Waiting for entry points. Because now I can make money. I can get in at 27. I'm looking right here, and this is for trading, right? I can get out at 37. If I'm looking for a long-term buy, well, I would be looking to get in every time it got down here at 27. And if it didn't get to 27, I wouldn't buy. If you're looking to ride this airline out for 3 years for it to get back up to 60s, like that's possible. But set up a plan that you're ready to buy every time that it gets to 27. And how do you do that? You save every month and be patient. It's okay to be patient. If you are looking for the stock market to set your life, to make you a tremendous amount of money, you're going to lose a lot of money. If anything, I preach to you guys all the time. Before you start investing in the stock market, invest in yourself, because yourself is the only thing that can get you more returns than this damn stock market can. All right. Once you invest in self, then you bring that money that self has made and you take some percentage out of that and start getting in the stock market. And you do a percentage and you let the professionals do a percentage. Until you, if you want, you can become a professional. But this stuff takes a lot of studying and doing over and over and over and over again. But it can be done. It just takes practice. And I highly advise you guys, learn about all of this information. So once again, if you guys enjoyed this information I went over today, please like it, share it, comment, give me a thumbs up or something. If you learned something new. If you didn't, still give me a thumbs up anyways. All right. But we are here every Sunday at 8 p.m. to teach you guys about this information. If you want to get in the group where I will be storing all these videos, you can join it, Hustle the Net on Facebook, as well as stay up to date with all of our other information that we have going on to teach you guys. As I stated before, we want to make sure that we're changing the wealth gap that we face here with each other. And the only way to do that is to share information with as many people as we can, and to make sure that you're learning this information from people who are legit. So that's why we have coachesforfreedom.org. Once again, you can go there, register. You can send other people there as well. Have them register, and we'll keep you updated to everything that we do Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, we will be right back here at 8 p.m. Where we will be talking about our referrals. Okay, this is where all of us from around the world come together and network. We have to communicate with each other as much as we can and refer each other to good business. And this is where it starts at on our Monday calls. So please make sure that you are on that call so we can share your business with the other hustlers from around the world. And I'll see you guys on Monday. But thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys later. Make some smart investments this week.